This has been a highly requested video on my channel, so in this video, I'm sharing my at-home silk press routine. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new here. My name is Ashley Park. This is Park Avenue and I have so much fashion content, but I also sprinkle in some beauty and hair content. So if that's what you love, be sure to subscribe and make sure you hit those notification bells so you don't miss any of my uploads. Now let's get into it because a lot of you have asked about my hair routine, if I can share my hair routine and what I do to get my hair to look the way it looks. And I keep it super simple. So in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly what I do when I wanna get straight to the point and get my hair done at home. I have, over the years, tried different hairstyles, braids, of course. I've had sew-ins, wig installs, all kinds of things. I like experimenting and I love trying new things with my hair. But for me, my hair health is important overall. So no matter what experimentation I'm doing, no matter how I'm styling or playing around with my hair, if I feel like it's not great for my hair, or if I feel like my hair is not thriving, I don't want to do it anymore. And one thing that has always been important to me, so I was never beholden to a stylist, is I need to be able to put my hair in a ponytail. Even when I had my hair cut into a bob, I can make like the babyest little ponytail, and that was fine with me. I really enjoyed my bob, but I found that when I wore my hair in a bob, I didn't feel like I needed to put it in a ponytail. I didn't feel like, oh my gosh, it's raining, I need to put my hair in a ponytail. For whatever reason, a bob haircut, it just looks perfect no matter what. I guess it's something about the sharpness of the haircut. It just looks great when it frizzes. It looks great when it's flat. I could tuck it behind my ear. It was just perfect to me all the time, even when it wasn't styled perfectly, you know? So I really love that, and I do miss my bob, but I'm letting my hair grow out. The most I do to it now in terms of like color or any kind of chemical alteration is I will do basically a rinse on my hair, a black rinse, just because when you have fine hair, I feel like when you color it black, when you dye it black, first of all, it deposits color, so it thickens up the hair shaft. The black of the hair just looks so rich. It makes it look thicker. It just is so beautiful, and I really love the contrast of very, very black hair. And even when it came to coloring my hair, that's something I had to learn how to do myself and do at home, because I didn't realize that I would have a reaction to dyeing my hair darker. I've always lightened my hair and I've never had a reaction to that, so I figured what's gonna be the difference, I'll just darken it. But I had a reaction to something called PPDs, which is in black hair dye. Black hair dye happens to have a very high concentration of PPDs. And one thing that always surprised me is when I brought it up to a stylist, they didn't know what I was talking about. So I had to do my own research and figure that out, and then I realized that's what it was. And the reason why I knew it was a reaction is because my scalp felt like it had a scab over it. When I did my research and I saw people's allergic reactions to PPD, I was so thankful that that wasn't my reaction, because some people's head literally swells up around their eyes, their forehead, they literally swell up so bad. And that didn't happen to me, but I did get serious irritation. A lot, it was like scabbing. It felt like my scalp was one big scab. It got very tight and very flaky, and the flakes were not like my dandruff flakes. It was flaky like a scab. And when I tried to, speak about that with stylists, I guess it's because they weren't familiar with it. They just didn't know. And so I just had to figure that out on my own. And now I feel like I have my routine pretty down pat. Even though I don't always feel like doing it myself, it comes out pretty nice when I do it myself. So that's what I've been doing lately. I cannot be the only one who feels like they sleep the most free the night before wash day. The night before wash day, I just put my hair up in a bun, but I always make sure I tie my hair up though. I'm always tie my hair up. But I just put it in a ponytail and put my scarf on. Like, I don't even care. Sometimes it depends. Like, if I'm gonna run errands or something still before I wash my hair, I'll put like some big chunky pin curls in and then tie it up. But I'm always gonna wear my scarf. But I'm about to wash my hair. The last wash I did was like a week ago. It was about a week ago. And my hair, to me right now, honestly, it still looks pretty good. But I had some buildup, some product flaking. I think it might be my scalp serum. So I have to figure out what it's mixing with to cause the flaking. But I just started taking Nutrafol, which is a hair vitamin. This is day 2 for me, so we're gonna see. I have fine hair. I've always had fine hair. I'm pretty happy with the overall health of my hair, but I'm most interested in fixing my shedding. I shed a lot. I've always shed a lot. Always. My entire life, I've always shed a lot of hair. I figured it was just genetic because my mother sheds a lot of hair as well. But I wanted to try the Nutrafol to see if that would help at all. So here's some shedding. The last time I brushed my hair or ran my fingers through it was yesterday, probably like afternoon. And I know we're supposed to shed a certain amount of hair every night or every day. So I don't know what's a normal amount of shed hair, to be honest. I don't think that's excessive, but I also shed hair during the wash, after the wash, when I blow my hair out, you know what I mean? So to me, it seems like a lot of shed hair, but I know for everyone it's different. And we are supposed to shed a certain amount of strands every single day. I used to scratch my scalp, but I don't do that anymore. I just go in with my Nizoral as if I was greasing my scalp. Like, I literally go through and apply it to my scalp because it is the scalp shampoo. This is the original formula. I also go back, I usually use the one that's like a 2-in-1 conditioner and shampoo, just because it's not as harsh and drying on my hair. But either way, it doesn't matter because I'm gonna go in with a hydrating shampoo once I do all my clarifying and everything like that. So this goes directly to my scalp. I like to make sure that I get all the dandruff shampoo around my hairline, because at one point I was getting a lot of dandruff and flaking behind my ears, like along my hairline, but behind my ears. It was the weirdest thing. But that hasn't happened in a long time. Now that that's done, I let it sit on my scalp for like 10 minutes. And then I go and wash my hair really, really good. And by that time, I need to go in with my clarifying shampoo, and I go in with this Pantene Sheer Volume. It smells really good. This is an inexpensive clarifying shampoo that gets my hair pretty squeaky clean and my scalp pretty squeaky clean, but it doesn't super strip my hair. After clarifying, I go in with Matrix Food for Soft. I really like this line. This is the hydrating shampoo and the conditioner. It smells really good, and it does a good job with hydrating my hair, and it feels clean and really nice after this. Blow drying is done. This is my hair. Obviously, it looks a lot more voluminous than it will look once I straighten it. And the blow drying process, I just want to make sure my hair doesn't have any drag on it when I run my fingers through it. Even though I did put product on it, it was lightweight, it's not greasy, and I was able to get my hair straight enough for me to move on to the next step, which is the flat iron. When I blow dry my hair, I get it straight enough that I feel comfortable going in with the flat iron next. If I was in the salon, I think that they maybe would get it a little bit straighter with the blow dryer. But the point of your blow dryer is to really set yourself up for your silk press. And I don't want a super straight, bone straight silk press. I like a lot of body. I like a little texture. I'm not looking for a perfect, I'm looking for a volume. I'm looking for a little bit of imperfection, honestly. And I just want it to be smooth, but as fat as possible. And since I have fine hair, I really rely on the leftover texture that I get after I blow dry and before I go in with my flat iron, you know? It gives me a little more root lift. If I go into my roots, they're not super perfectly straight, and I don't mind that. But I'm gonna go with the flat iron, and before I go in with my flat iron, I'm gonna spray my hair with this hot toddy from Dry Bar. I like this stuff because it doesn't leave any oil or residue on my hair. And after I blow dry my hair, I like to feel it and make sure it doesn't have any drag. I don't use any oily products before I blow dry because I really want it to have as much volume and be as lightweight as possible. And the hot toddy keeps that going, but it gives me the heat protection that I need for the flat iron. My goal with my at-home hair routines is to keep them as simple as possible. And I've been refining all my tools and products because I feel like that's really where you can fine tune everything and get the look you're going for, like the general look you're going for overall. And I have switched a lot of my hair products out. I really love the shampoo that I use, the Matrix Food for Soft. I'm gonna have everything listed in the description box that I use in this video. And I don't feel like you need to spend a ton of money on hair products and hair tools, but I do feel like if you find the right products, it's definitely worth the money. And the price point is always fine with me as long as I'm getting the look that I'm going for and my hair is healthy and all that. So when I made the swap from my titanium to ceramic flat iron, I did notice a difference with my hair. I do find the ceramic keeps my hair more shiny and more hydrated through the straightening process. And so far, I'm very happy with that. And I made the switch to a bio-ionic ceramic flat iron. I really have been enjoying it. And I'm very excited that I am partnering with bio-ionic to do a giveaway. And these irons are really cool because they have a vibrating feature. And I don't necessarily think you need to use the vibrating feature every time you do your hair, but I do feel that it helps in distributing the heat even more evenly than a ceramic plate would. But that's just me. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how I feel. But I love how flat the plates are, how flat the iron is. It's not bulky and it's not too square. I can really get right up to my scalp, right up to my root. And previously, the flat iron that I was using, in order for me to get right up to my root, I had to also use like a pencil flat iron, something super simple, like skinny. And I don't like the idea of having to use two flat irons because after I flat iron, I'm gonna go in with the curling iron as well. So it was just already too much. So this one, I use this alone and then I'll go in with my curler. Personally, I don't love flat iron curls. No matter who does it, I don't really like flat iron curls, but this is capable of giving you curls if you wanted it. So make sure you check the description box for a link to sign up for the giveaway. I recently got this bio-ionic 10X flat iron and I really have been enjoying it. I've used it a few times already because I wanted to test it out before I spoke about it with you guys, and I really like it. This is salon grade flat iron, like a salon quality flat iron. Before this, I was using titanium, and I know there's so much back and forth as to whether non-professionals should be using titanium versus ceramic, and titanium is really professional grade. Ceramic does have a lot more evenness when it comes to the heat. And the cool thing about this flat iron is, for one thing, I can get pretty close to my roots without it being a super tiny flat iron. So it still has a wide enough surface that I feel like I'm not gonna take forever to get through my hair, but I can get close enough to my roots because of how flat the plates are. And I really like that. It gives my hair a nice shine and it heats up super fast. Sometimes I forget to plug in my flat iron so it can get hot while I'm blow drying my hair. This one, I don't have to worry about it. Literally, I can plug it in right before I'm about to use it and it gets hot instantly to the temperature that I want. It has an adjustable heat setting and it also has vibrating plates. You can turn that feature on and off as you like, but I do feel like the vibration helps distribute the heat even more evenly. It's really easy to turn the vibration feature on and off. You just press the power button one time while the flat iron's on quickly, and every time you go to close the flat iron, the vibration activates. But if I don't want to use it, I could just hit the power button once quickly and it's off. Overall, I'm really happy with this flat iron and I'm glad that they gave me a couple more to give away to you guys. Check the description box for a link where you can sign up for the giveaway and stay tuned for my future videos where I will announce the winner. Flat iron is finished, and when I do the flat iron, I mostly just concentrate to get close to my root, and then I don't go as hard over the ends. I just do one pass, and however it looks after that one pass is fine. I'm not interested in getting my ends super pressed out because I'm gonna go in with the curling iron, and the curling iron will finish off smoothing the ends when I do that part of it. One thing I really like is how close to my roots I can get with this flat iron, but it's not super skinny. It's still big enough that I can move through my hair fairly quickly, you know, so I'm happy with that. Then I go in with my Verb Ghost oil. This is a nice lightweight oil and it also offers more heat protection. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of that throughout my hair and mostly concentrate on my ends because they're the oldest part of my hair, so I wanna make sure I can protect them as much as possible. All right, so I curled everything like flipped up and the sides going away from my face. And that's what I'm gonna do to this little section here as well. I'm gonna curl this, kind of over directing the hair forward and back. So that way it creates more volume, and they're my bang pieces. So when I push them toward my face, it kind of like feathers back and it creates some really good root lift. I don't try to make them look a certain way. I just know that I want as much lift as possible in this section. My hair is completely curled up and I'm just gonna leave them alone, let them cool down. I might not even take them out for the rest of the night. We'll see how it goes, because sometimes I'll re-pin curl them just to make bigger sections, and sometimes I'll swap out to my Velcro rollers. I think I'm actually done for the night, so I'm just gonna leave them as is. I prefer to do my wash day and curls and everything like that when I don't have anywhere to go, so that way they get a complete like overnight set. And so when I take them out, they hold the curl a lot better. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I will redo my pin curls if they got squished or squashed at all while I was sleeping. But I'll do it as soon as I wake up, right before I take a shower and do my makeup and all that, just so they could kind of like fluff up a little bit. But I don't want to take them down because obviously I don't want the curls to get messed up. I really only like to take my pins out at the last second. And even when I was going into the office for work, I would wear my pins literally up until I drove into my parking space, and then I would take them out. Or if it was raining, I wouldn't take them out until I went inside, went to the bathroom first thing, and then took my hair down. And even when I do take them down, I'll take the front sections down last. So if I did decide to take out the rest of my hairpins before I left the house, I would leave the front sections until I got to wherever it was I was going, especially in the summer months, because that's when it's the most humid, it rains a lot and all that, you know? And the front pieces of my hair are always the first to straighten out. So the curls came out really, really good. And I just use these long metal clips. And I also have these small short ones that I like to use. And these are the same ones that they use like when you go to the Dominican hair salon and they pin up your hair. I honestly wish, maybe I should even look for some plastic versions of these, because my hair sometimes does get caught around the screw, and that's annoying. And obviously it pulls out my hair. After all my pins are out, at this point is when I will go in with a little bit of a hair oil, something super lightweight. And I only use a hair oil on like day 1, day 2 after I wash my hair, because obviously the longer I go between washes, the oilier my hair gets. So only in the first couple of days I use a hair oil. After that, I don't. And then it's time to wash my hair again. So I've mentioned this before on my channel. This is the Verb Ghost Oil. I love this. It's super lightweight. It is super lightweight. It does not weigh my hair down. I put a little bit on, it adds a little shine, and I just really, really love that. Or I'll go in with this Pantene Pro Vitamin Essence. This rebuilds hair strength, weightless leave-on treatment. I really, really love this. It smells amazing. I just love the smell of this. It's super lightweight, and I feel like it really hydrates my hair from the inside out after it's obviously in a dry state, which I think is super hard to do, because even with my Verb oil, I love this and I'm gonna continue to use this. Sometimes I'll put this in my hair when it's wet right before I blow dry it. It also depends on what's going on, but I like this to add shine. It doesn't necessarily add hydration. Sometimes it's just enough for my hair to maybe get rid of a little bit of frizziness, but it's super lightweight, so it's mostly for shine. And I do really like this hair oil. Before I break apart my curls and start fluffing my hair up, I like to just spray a little bit of this. Usually I flip my head over, but I'm just gonna lift the hair a little bit this time. The mist is so fine, and I don't need a lot. And that's why I really like to make sure I over direct the hair forward and roll it back when I'm curling the front of my head, because I want to give as much like root lift as I possibly can. And even though this is super weightless, I don't feel like it is as weightless as the Verb oil, so that's why I use them both interchangeably. But this is actually a leave-on treatment. I have sprayed it into my hair while it was wet as well, right before I blow dried it, but I find the best use for me is to use it as I just showed you. After I take out my pin curls, I spray a little bit on it day 1, day 2, sometimes day 3, and then after that my hair is usually perfect, and I'll just leave it alone until wash day, which is usually about a week later. And that's it. That's my super simple hair routine. I just want to take you guys from start to finish on what I do when I wash my hair at home, my not so silky silk press. And I like to keep it simple because I get really frustrated when it comes to doing my hair. I hate when there's too many steps, and it already takes me so long to do my hair. My arms get tired waiting for conditioner and all that kind of stuff. Like I hate doing my hair. But over the years, I've learned to be a little more patient and it's been working out for me. I obviously can't achieve salon results, but I get pretty close. And a lot of times I like it better the way I do it, because at the salon, it gets so straight and so silky. And because I have fine hair, I lose all the volume, and it gets oily super fast because they put so much oil on the hair. I like their sprays before they flat iron and all that. I just hate it. What I prefer most is a washing set, but I don't know how to do it myself. And if my mother's not around to help me do the rollers, then I just go ahead and do my wash, flat iron, and blow dry and curl. I haven't found a new Dominican salon where I like to go to. I had one before, but I think they switched people or owners, and now they're just not the same. So I haven't found one that I liked. I've tried a few. They're just not like the Dominican salons in New York. So I've just decided I was gonna do it myself. I like the results. I like how everything came out. Of course, I'll have everything listed in the description box. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and make sure you check the description box for a link to sign up to the giveaway. I want you guys to be able to get this flat iron if you're interested. I've been enjoying it, and I want you to be able to try it out as well. This thing heats up super fast, if I didn't mention that already. This flat iron heats up super quick, which also I really love, because sometimes I'll forget to plug in my flat iron while I'm like right up until I need to use it. So I have to wait for it to get hot, and it's a little bit annoying, but this gets hot in like 60 seconds. It goes from 0 to 400 degrees in 60 seconds. And I feel like it's a little faster than that, honestly, but this is a great flat iron. So check the description box for a link to sign up. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Because I would love to have you. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.